What's going on, everybody? Everybody, I'll tell you what's going on with me. I'm tired. I'm sore. I've hurt in places that I haven't hurt in a while. But so we got, hey, Aaron. So we got moved into the new, what's up, fried bacon? So we got moved into the new Freightliner finally. So, what's up, Jeff? So, let me give you how my day is went for the last 2 days. So, of course, everybody knows I've been broke. I was broke down in Austin with Flash with the International for 9 days. Thanks, Jeff. Kind of makes that wheel train truck look a little, a little bad, but that's a little biased. But so finally got here in the yard. I'm thinking this truck, the Freightliner, has been the 21st. Today is the what? The 6th? The 6th, December 6th. So I get everything switched out yesterday. It took me 4.5 hours, basically, just to empty one truck, put it in the other truck, and clean Flash. I'm the kind of person that I want to bring it back to them just like they gave it to me. Uh, Minus a few little blemishes here and there as far as on the outside. Inside was perfect, no issues. So today consisted of, well, hold me back up. So yesterday, after I got everything switched out, I went to turn in my inspection form for the new Freightliner. Basically, you just walk around and check. They have you a checklist. So you didn't rent. I did not. I ended up getting out of. So I ended up getting out of Austin that morning without getting a rental car before I left to get the rental car. Flash was ready. Yeah, so he was ready. Well, they thought he was ready. So, anyways, I got Flash, got everything. I rode out of there probably about 11:30 Central Time to grab an empty trailer. I probably get about 10 miles down the road, and the check engine light comes on again. So same code, everything was. What's that say? Thought of what? Thought it was, of course. Yeah, thought it was exactly. You had me confused there for a minute, there, Aaron. So thought everything was ready. Um, Light came on. Was not have the it had the orange uh, check engine light, but it did not have the red when it stopped before. It had the red engine light. It would not move. It would basically it would go and fall on his face, go fall on his face. Wouldn't get over like 5 miles an hour. So I immediately called my fleet manager and I say, "Hey man, this freaking piece of shit just now." I mean, I was not happy. So I was like, "This piece of shit is just light come on again," um, because he had me going to Waco to Jason. Don't it feel good to get rid of there? Yes, it does, Kenworth. Yes, it does. Yes, sir. So he had me going. He had me picking up an empty trailer, and of course, I was going to take a load going into Springfield, obviously to get some revenue. And after that happened, I called him and I said, "Hey, man, I'm just going to deadhead um, to Springfield. Let me know if I still need to grab this trailer because I'll take an empty in there. It's not a big deal because it was the place Cargill where I was going to pick up the empty trailer was literally right off the Interstate 35. So I was bypassing that way anyway. So it really wasn't no um, out of the way or anything. So I grabbed the trailer, brought it into Springfield, and made it. I made it here. I had 7 minutes on my clock. As far as so it took me, and I went through Dallas. Obviously, I went through Dallas and everything. The traffic was a little jammed up. I cruised 65 the whole way on cruise. I mean, I'm just trying to do everything I can to make it here that night. Um, so I did. Made it here that night. 7 minutes to save. Uh, was tired. Went in here. Actually went and looked at the truck batteries, everything. Like when Crazy Bags looked at it last week, and he said he tried to turn it on or whatever, wouldn't start, wouldn't do anything. Exact same thing. So getting back to this truck has been here since the 21st. And when they get a new truck from Freightliner, International, Peterbilt, whatever, obviously it goes through the shop. They install the APU. They put up the bunk heater in there. They make sure that everything is tuned where if you're going lease, it won't go over 65. What else they do? They put the duals. I'm sorry, the singles, super singles on there, and so they do all this stuff. Deer guard, and so I'm thinking, it's been here since the 21st. At least it's going to be, I mean, maybe a day or two. I'm out, but so I got here, got everything moved out, and was going to turn the International in, and they still had not taken the Freightliner to get inspected. So my question to the guy was, once I went in to do the turn in for Flash for the International, you know, what happens because my truck is not out of the shop yet, and of course I didn't want to just go inside and sit down. So he said, once you turn it in, the turn in, he's like, you don't drive it, you can't move it, you can't sleep in it, it's done, it's a done deal. So I said, well, let's cancel it. We'll do that today, this morning. So they took the Freightliner because after I done my inspection, the batteries were deader than a doornail. I mean, like, I guess where it hadn't been ran, it has not. It only has 178 miles on it. My International, when I got my International, I think it had like 1,045. You can actually go back to my first video. I think I showed the mileage on there. But 178 miles is what was on this one. So the batteries were dead. I mean, I couldn't do anything. Like every time I'd go and it's got that 5 minute shut off on it. So and a half, just doing tapping it every 5 minutes to make sure to try to build those batteries back up. Went in and had to do so. They ended up taking it in after they took it in and everything and got it started. The APU would not even turn on. Like the power would not even function on the the bunk heater. The Thermal King was out, was not even powering on. So my thing was, if we want the batteries charged and it's just sitting here, let's get the APU fixed. That way we can just leave the APU running. At that point, it will charge the batteries. So International went to crap when they changed to Navistar. Yeah, they was going back and forth and everything. In Austin, they were more of a dealer, and they told me this. They were more of a dealer than the service, provider. As far as they didn't do a whole lot of service and just selling the being a dealer. So it goes in the shop for the APU this morning, and so I find it last night. It's over here in front of the cafeteria in Springfield. I parked beside of it in the International because it ran like they picked it up at like 2 in the morning, and it ran till like 9, 10 o'clock this morning. So it's not going dead anymore. But when I went back and I said, "Hey, what happened to the APU? I mean, like this is a brand new truck. What happened to it?" And I get it. Brand new things has issues as well. But they said that when they um, when they looked at everything with the Thermal King, the motherboard was fried. So that's why it wasn't getting any power. So they replaced the motherboard. So at that point, after replacing the motherboard, they said that the it was taking a while to turn on when it should have just kicked right on, and they said that it was the fuel pump had went out on it, and the reason why the fuel pump went out on it is when the motherboard went out, it actually kicked the 40-amp fuse, and it basically put strain on the pump, and it made the pump go out. So they had to put a new pump on it, and they had to order. They basically had to take that and send it back for the warranty as well. So the 40-amp fuse, the motherboard, and the fuel pump for the Thermo King was APU was shot. That's the reason why I wasn't working at all. But as you can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's normal to me. But it's running or charging these batteries. It's still staying at 14.4, which is awesome. Um, Earlier, what was happening was when I headed to Walmart after I got all my stuff done with it. Went to Walmart, picked up a few items, and to get ready for the road. And it was like pulling like 12 amps when I'd go to start it. It would start no problem, but it would like basically kick the inverter off, and like beep 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 beep. It would make that beeping noise, and it would start just where it wasn't charged. But I think once we videos going in and out, circle of death. Let me do this, guys. Hold on a second. Hold on one second.